Hello guys, this is Kim with Fairly Fiber Fun, and today is an extra episode for Tour de Fleece 2017 Challenge Combo Spin. This is professionally dyed and prepped fibers are not allowed to qualify for this Tour de Fleece. So I am practicing combo drafting from my hand-dyed, hand-carded Rolags. I use dog brushes for these, so they're very short and small, and they're not at all even. Each one has a different amount of fiber. I found out the hard way that pre-drafting is a necessity and makes life a lot easier. The two different Rolags, they don't want to draft together. They don't want to spin together. They want to do their own thing. Each one's already rolled up. They want to be done. They want to be spun long draw separately. So getting them to behave was a bit fiddly, but it can be done, and practice makes perfect. Just sometimes gotta pull on one a little, pull on the other a little, talk them into drafting together so that they can spin up together, and it makes a gorgeous yarn. I've got thin spots and thick spots and overspun and underspun, and it doesn't matter. When you get to the end of a Rolag, you just overlap a little bit and keep going. Like this, see? I think the key to a successful combo spin is to be very patient with yourself, your wheel, your fiber, just the whole thing, and take it in very small chunks. Don't get frustrated if it's not working out all right. Approach it more as an art yarn experience more than a I want to get this thing perfect. If I was going for a perfect yarn, I would practice a lot first. But I'm not going for perfect. I'm going for fun, enjoyable, and want to see what the finished product is. So here in just a minute, I'm going to speed up the video and let you see the rest of it. The next clip, the sped up clip, is I've finally started to get the hang of this, and the fibers are finally starting to behave, and it's much more enjoyable. Yep, it broke and I had to reattach, which is just fine. If it gets too thin, break it off, reattach, no big deal. I don't know if you can tell with the speed going that it's starting to get a little smoother. And here I'm going to try something a little bit different in just a moment. Just to see what happens. And it's not really doing what I wanted, so abandoning that idea. And I've reverted back to drafting them separately, keeping them apart, and gone back to pre-drafting thoroughly, for me thoroughly. And it's starting to get much smoother. Getting thicker yarn means you change the hooks a lot more often, or you end up with mountains and valleys and tangled up yarn on your bobbin. That's just the random thought of the day. There we go. I've got a rhythm. And see, it just takes a little bit of practice and not being a perfectionist, something that I struggle very hard not to be, but it's kind of in my blood here, kind of built in. My mother's a perfectionist. It's like my whole family is. So I decided I was done practicing with the combo draft. I was tired of doing it, so I'm going to go ahead and ply from a center pull ball And I'm using Grace Shalom Hopkins' method of rolling a center pole ball, except I think I did that last part a little different. Anyway, her method of doing it is so easy, and when you spin a thicker yarn with less twist energy to it, it's so much easier to do. I didn't have any yarn barf at all this time, which was great. I didn't even have to hold the ball of yarn in my hand to prevent it from getting tangled up. Just was absolutely wonderful applying. And the yarn is soft because it's not overspun. And the colors are turning out gorgeous in the applied yarn. Definitely enjoyed applying this a lot more than I did spinning the single. But again, this is just a short little demo. I'm going to throw this on the wheel, see what happens, sort of thing, so that I could show you guys the very brief, interesting adventure here with combo playing from Dog Brush Rolags to make a very marled barber pole yarn. It's really cool. I love it. Applying's all done, and let's take her off the wheel and let you see the finished skein of yarn. No idea how much I just made, and I'm not going to bother to measure it.